40-point games back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Like 30, like 20, 30-point games. It was some crazy stat like that.
Yeah.
But man, like just to wake up this morning and realize like, damn, it's Kobe Bryant's birthday and Kobe Bryant's not here with us. Let me go rock my favorite jersey that he had, which was USA Olympic jersey. And now with that being said, we got to get you a jersey, bro. We got to sponsor this guy. So we're all going to put in. And we're gonna
sponsor a jersey for Manny.
We're going to make a GoFundMe page on the.
Go. I heard the plug is Byron.
Plead the fifth. But I'd rather get you the one that Mauricio has and get Bite on that one eventually too. We should all get those. Those are hard. Come on, it has a championship on it. Oh, that's just Mitchell and that's authentic. That's you could frame that bad boy that he got on right there.
Yeah, I only bring this up on special occasions right here. I don't do this for anything, you know.
He's like, this is going back into the case after.
This is his birthday.
Pretty much.
But yeah, man,
shout out to Kiwi.
It sucks, man, to have witnessed such a life be cut dramatically short, and then his daughter too, and those other 7 people. But you know, just to switch the pace up a little bit in the NBA.
Tomorrow's 8:24, so it don't stop.
It don't. But I mean, I'm switching the pace because tomorrow I feel like more it's a celebration. Today is more like I feel
Today's
like
his
it's a celebration too, though.
Yeah, but
there's no difference between
Kobe Day.
Nah, I'm still in mourning.
We we can't do that anymore, though, bro.
I mean,
you gotta learn to celebrate the life, bro. Morning.
I'm gonna celebrate it on 8/24 day though.
Nah, you celebrate it. To me, I'm gonna celebrate it the day he died, this day, and 8/24. It's a celebration of life.
I was
bro.
talking to somebody else the other day. It was how crazy it was that imagine Kobe would have been born at 8/24.
Dang, that would have been his numbers too.
Right?
Yeah,
like
wow.
that would have been wild, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just like that, but that's why I like. But
like
I'm just being a little like 20, 30-point games. It was some crazy stat like that.
Yeah.
But man, like just to wake up this morning and realize like, damn.
Y porque
It's
me
Kobe
estás
Bryant's
escuchando
birthday.
ahorita, que
Kobe
te
Bryant's not here
paja.
with us. Let me go rock my favorite.
Oh, you gonna have to mute that motherfucker right there.
Bro. You're gonna have to forgive us, guys. Technical difficulties. We are.
We're getting used to YouTube, people. Yeah.
It's something new. It's an adventure.
Oh, the Saints just got scored on.
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck, man?
By the Jags, bro.
Jacksonville do that shit to y'all? Come on, Saints.
Yeah, bro. You guys don't have a QB.
Yes, we do, bro. Shut your mouth. What's your football team?
I don't have one, remember?
That's what I fucking thought. Shut the front door. Shut the front door, my boy.
They don't have a QB, bro.
But anywho, just to like switch it up, the NBA decided to give my boy LeBron zero
votes
on
Well, it's not the NBA. They asked 10 executives. And
that are in the NBA, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
it's not
So
the
it's
entire
NBA,
NBA.
right?
If they would have asked all 32 teams,
This guy getting all technical
you
about
gotta
it.
get technical. You're saying the whole NBA. If it was all 32 executives from each team representing a team, I'd be like, all right. But it's a sample size, and I think
technical guy. I'm reading what's on the bullet point.
You're right, but we need to clarify because we're not.
But I'm just reading out my bulletins, my boy.
Okay,
I'm the host, remember?
And I'm clarifying because obviously.
So, hey, clarify your damn self, because don't clarify me.
But let me ask you, Enzo, did you not hear about this?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so then all you heard was 0 votes. You didn't see.
No, I read the
anymore?
headline. I read
so
the
then there you
headline.
go. You
was 0.
If you're a host, you got to do a little more research too, my boy.
It was votes, bro. It's man. I got a lot of shit going on, brother. put it in writing so I don't. Nah, you typing the motherfucking list, motherfucker. No.
Well, technically, Manny typed the list.
Yeah.
I just arranged it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hot potato in this motherfucker.
Nobody want to take accountability. Nah, I wrote it though. I wrote it.
Nah, but it's because you didn't know, right?
What do you mean?
I thought it was the whole NBA, to be honest with you.
Oh no. He brings up a good point.
But
we didn't know that. No.
Mauricio, I'm gonna rebuttal with which 10 executives are the most the biggest franchises?
We're not gonna know that because those details aren't
anonymous.
It just said 10
the
executives.
Clippers did it.
They had 10 executives in the Clippers that did it.
They just said 10 NBA executives. That's why when you said the NBA to me, I was like, like,
how do you guys
for me,
feel about
KD
that?
being more upset about his 2K rating makes a little more sense just because
that's 2K though.
But
2K always comes with updates. So like if
it
you're
does.
playing down the league, they just starting you at that. Doesn't mean you're gonna end at that.
No doubt.
But for like, I feel like 2K just it's just different, and it's that like the way that they do it. Because if you see like that guy from the NFL, Donald, what's his name? He plays for the Rams.
Yeah, but your rating matters a
Aaron
lot,
Donald?
man.
Aaron
You get
Donald,
people to follow you if you got a better rating.
No,
I
but
mean,
check this out. Aaron Donald has had a 99 in the Madden in the last 5 Maddens, right? And he's set to be the best defensive end or whatever position. I don't know what position he plays verbatim. He's set to be the best ever in that position, or even in the game right now, and he still keeps getting that rating. And then LeBron still keeps playing, set to be the best, and he doesn't get that rating. Or KD set to be the best, but to me, it's like,
wasn't LeBron a 99 for 1 year?
yeah, but that was like the Miami years. But that was in those days, 2K's rating system was different. Now they're trying to be so realistic that, like I said, depending on how they're playing in the season, their ratings could drop or go up. Because they always
well, FIFA does the same thing.
See,
like where you get updates of the ratings throughout the season, depending if they're doing great or they're not doing great, or they'll drop like if.
But to me, that's a video game, so I wouldn't much.
Well, they're trying to mimic live form. That's what it's called. Like they're trying to mimic the form or the fitness of the player, current in the season.
I just don't. I don't. To me, it's like a video game, and a player shouldn't get butthurt over his 2K.
Well, like I said, bro, like this has to do a lot with people wanting to follow you, right? So, like, if you're having kids play this video game, kids that might never heard of you or are playing it for the first time, right, or getting into basketball, who are they going to follow? The players with the bigger ratings, right? So, at the end of the day, this does have some force to it.
I mean, but even the rookies that don't have the greatest ratings still get followers because they're rookies. So it's like you're gonna get the followers regardless if you're in the NBA. But I get what you're saying. But it's just weird that no executive thought that he's deserves a vote.
Again, 10 executives out of the whole league, so that's on.
Still, it's 10. None gave him nothing.
I mean, and you guys gotta just read the thing, and they see, all right, Giannis just won the championship, so he gets 5 votes. Kevin Durant lost to the Bucks with a depleted team, so it's like, all right, he's showing that he's still got it, you could say, so he gets 5 votes. And then LeBron lost in the first round, so it's like, okay, you get no votes. So I see that's where they're coming down to this conclusion.
I don't think it's that. I'm gonna take one. Can I spin?
What else would it be?
Can I spin it on you?
What else would it be?
LeBron's fucking with everybody's teams because he's damn near an executive in himself because he's always like he recruits, he fucks with other.
Everybody does that right now. Enzo.
LeBron James has the biggest pull though.
Who isn't doing that?
LeBron.
Kevin Durant's number 2 right there, bro. He managed to get
why
2 other people to come play with him.
No,
2 stars.
Kyrie did that first of all because Kyrie was the first one there. He got KD there after.
But that's something they had something they had spoke about way before though.
Yeah, they had said that when they were playing the Olympics. But I'm saying Kyrie was there first, so it's his team first.
But you just pointed something out in the Olympics. That's where LeBron recruits too. When they're doing the All-Star game.
So who's the best
out of that place?
Who's the one that has the most rings out of all those guys?
Oh yeah, okay. You can
so
say LeBron.
Okay then. So then that's the guy that the executives wouldn't really fuck with because he's always fucking with their teams. Maybe he gets somebody cheaper because they agree to him to sign with him for cheaper than taking the big bucks that are a mid-level exception that they're giving him over there. That could be a reason why they don't fuck with him or why they didn't get him as votes.
But I wouldn't say that that's really why he's not getting votes. I would have to say,
bro,
it's everything.
Rich Paul and LeBron James have come to shake up the NBA,
but
as far as even executive and all that, bro. It's the first $1 billion athlete. You think they like that? That's taking power away from the ownership and the organization.
You're saying that LeBron James is a $1 billion athlete?
He is. He just broke $1 billion, bro. After the movie came out.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. I didn't know that. That's
yeah, his network.
Bro, where are you at, host? Like there was a whole freaking headline over that.
Well, we never brought it up here. This is the first time you say it.
Actually, we have. I think we have.
This is the first time.
When it was right after slow jams. It was after Space Jam. I'm thinking about Kanye West because that's another $1 billion. Fuck, when is Kanye West album dropping? He's just still at the Superdome.
He doesn't want to, man. He doesn't want to.
But no, that's like I feel like that could be a big reason why they don't like him because he's fucking with their margin lines.
I always see it as what have you done for me lately? Any league is like that. Even Tom Brady, bro. When Tom Brady switched teams, he was getting counted out left and right.
Tom Brady's not a $1 billion guy yet.
That's not what I mean. He's still. We're talking about who has the most championships, right? Tom Brady was still getting counted out because he wasn't gonna be with Bill Belichick anymore.
But you would think that somebody that has Robert Kraft will get him closer to $1 billion. How fast was that? Dude was in lesser time that he's played in the league, and he got to $1 billion already, bro. That's crazy.
What was that?
What was what?
Who can you explain that one more time?
Tom Brady hasn't touched, is not even close to $1 billion, and LeBron James hasn't played as nearly as much in the league as him, and is already a billionaire.
It's like a what?
And-
3-4 year
and-
difference.
Yes, but you have Robert Kraft that's a billionaire as an owner, and you played for him for, you know what I'm saying, for all these years, and he didn't put you on to investments and guide you into.
But we're talking about one thing. We're talking about money, and then we're talking about who's the best player in the NBA. And again, I'm telling you,
And
what have
that-
you done for me lately? And they're seeing that. that-
last year he won a championship.
But I'm talking about LeBron, and I'm talking about lately this season. What happened this season? He lost in the first round.
When did he get this thing? After he got all these All-Stars on his team.
They're talking about who's the best. The whole question, the survey is who's the best player walking into the next season.
Right. Well, that survey
And-
was made after LeBron James got all these guys on his team.
All right. So my point is that what have you done for me lately? What did you do this last season to prove that you're the best?
But a lot
player
of people are
walking in?
thinking that he has an antique store.
What do you mean?
A lot of people think that his whole team is an antique store.
Okay, but again, can we get back to the question of who's the best player walking into the season? And when you're talking about that, it's what have you done for me lately? So as of those two players that are tied for those votes, Giannis won the championship. Kevin Durant lost to that guy, and Kevin Durant lost to him playing pretty good in those last couple games. He just didn't have a full team.
It's like
And then
this
they look at
dude-
LeBron's
they both-
side. They look at LeBron's side, and
he had a depleted
he-
team too.
no doubt. But he still lost in the first round, and that's what I'm saying. When these 10
To the
executives get
team that
asked
went,
that,
to the team
that's
that
where I
went to
think
the,
their
to
mentality
the
is.
team that went to the finals. So to me, in my opinion, the team, like I said it after I had said it on a podcast. The Suns are going to the finals after they beat the Lakers. Did I not say it for a whole 2 months?
Yes.
All right then. So that's what. Did that not tell you already too on a depleted?
So then
if the
why-
Lakers
so then
were
why
not
isn't-
hurt,
so
they
why
would have went
isn't-
to the finals.
So if our logic is who went to the finals and all that as well, why isn't someone from the Suns in this conversation of who's the best player? At the end of the day, the
Because-
debate really is between 4 players right now. I would
But
have
you
to
know
say.
why? Because of the performance that this dude had in the 50-point performance gave him those 5 votes for sure. 50 like this, and this is somebody that during the season they say he's skillless. He got no skill. He just has power. That's what they say about Giannis. That he has no jumper. He doesn't have. You know what I'm saying? So somebody that
he
has
sucks at the free throw
right,
line.
they can't shoot
yeah.
free throw. They criticize this man so much.
They even had
And
the
then-
crowd makes fun of him.
They
They counted down.
he still kept doing it, and then started making them, and then shit on you and dropped 50 in game 6. Bro, that tells you a lot right there. That's why he got it. But in my opinion, for LeBron, there's a lot more resentment that goes into the why they don't give this dude. Because the last time that he got 0 votes, the Lakers won the championship. Am I wrong? The last time that 10 executives voted for this type of survey, the Lakers won a championship.
I don't know if that time around was exactly a survey. They were just called. That's the funny thing. Nobody even ever called him Washed King. He made that up for himself. And I
Yeah.
just
Well,
see
no, it was
that.
Well,
Twitter,
that's how
bro.
he's. That's how
Twitter-
he's.
bro.
The way I see this whole
LeBron
thing-
is active on Twitter. He's reading comments. They're calling him washed, and that's where he took it from. It's not that. And then the media, shining sharp, people will say that word because they're reading it on Twitter too. It's not that he he
No,
gave
but,
it.
but I'm
He's
trying to
just-
say these 10 executives didn't call him Washed King or anything like that.
no, but I'm
You know what I
saying
mean?
the
Twitter, yes, I understand, but we're talking about these
But
10 executives
the
and what
0
they're saying.
votes, like I said, coincide to, in my opinion, might be the fact that he fucks with their organizations with the signings that he gets. That he's always able to sign guys for minimum vets and shit, things like that.
Come on, Byron, don't be getting frustrated over a preseason game. Relax.
He just got
Bullshit, bro. It's bullshit.
player just got injured too, bro. So
That's crazy to see this guy in the NFL. now.
sorry, you guys. Saints game is going on, and we got 2 Saints fans in the building.
but
One's halfway in, remember?
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm
Halfway
saying.
out, better said.
This game right here is gonna do a lot to my psyche as far as if I'm gonna continue being a big.
The remainder of the season.
Nah, not even that, bro. Just like overall, bro.
He's gonna
'cause
be interested.
yeah, the interest has been drying up, and we didn't even I like Tyson Hill, but we didn't even get
A good QB.
yeah. It's just big ass shoes to fill when you got somebody like Drew Brees leaving. But and then in another Laker news, fucking
Gasol's not locked in.
Gasol's not locked in at all. He might go back home and play for Barcelona.
with his brother.
Spain, yeah, to
Or-
retire
Or retire.
out there.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna tell him the same thing I told Pacquiao this Saturday. Hang it up, B. You got
I mean, he
on
could
this
still,
squad,
he could still,
especially since we're talking about like older players and stuff, and then he also showed.
we need to get a little younger on that
No
side.
doubt,
So
no
that's what I'm
doubt.
saying. Like, give up that spot to somebody that can do some noise, that can help this team win. Because I feel like you can help this team win in certain. Can I get one too? Oh, you better share that motherfucker.
Bruh.
What do you mean, bruh?
You already have one?
Bruh.
Sharing this cane, bruh.
he's like, there's the cups.
No, just kidding.
Here, just give it to him, then I'll take the vitamin water.
Oh, you're a good soul. You're a good soul, people. We gonna get
Yeah, I'm
sponsored.
giving you the liquid death. Go ahead, take it.
I mean, vitamin water got a little corn syrup in it.
Little bit.
Still the same shit,
Little
bro.
bit.
Corn syrup in both.
But
motherfuckers.
Boogie's still out there. You think they would go for him?
I thought the Clippers got him.
They're saying that that's what they're saying, that if Pau Gasol dips, that Boogie might be it.
See, I don't-
Actually,
I
there's no
don't-
corn syrup in here.
I don't like Boogie Cousins for Lakers.
I mean,
he plays 1 year with us and then he leaves and then he'll go.
He didn't play,
no,
bro. He got injured.
he didn't
Come on,
play.
bro.
He didn't
Bro,
play that
one
entire
other
year, bro.
He's been signed to Lakers twice, hasn't
Once.
he?
Once, and he was injured. that
Once, and he was injured.
season. There was
the
so
entire
much
time.
hype behind that season, and then he gets injured in a practice while he's trying to train for the season.
Yeah, I think he's. But then I just don't like when he played against us with the Clippers. He was doing a little too much rah rah, and I don't like that shit.
You know who I see on the radar, and I'm gonna put out this name right now.
Isaiah Thomas.
No, we're talking about bigs here. I feel like Porzingis is not gonna last in Dallas, and he might get either traded, and if it's not traded, maybe
Waived.
And I think that might
Be
be.
tripping if they waive him, bro.
I don't know, bro.
They're gonna want to trade him.
Where I haven't heard of this rumor. Where's this rumor?
Well, they don't
I
get
mean,
along.
there's
There's a
a
lot of
rumor-
stuff with Doncic and him not really getting along either.
Yeah, but like,
There's
him
a
feeling like
there's
he's
a
not-
rumor that they might try to get Ben Simmons and get rid of Porzingis that way.
that's weird.
We'll have to see how Ben Simmons plays over here shooting threes in the open gym.
He did that. Like he's been doing that every offseason. He always does that every offseason, and that's what goes.
translate it.
That goes back to what I've been trying to say is that he doesn't want to be in Philly and he doesn't shoot because he's trying to show y'all like, yo, trade me. He's just not. He's not.
No,
These
what,
guys
he-
aren't Kobe Bryant. They're not gonna go on a microphone on a fucking 710 in LA or whatever radio station in Philly and be like, trade me. They're not gonna do that.
I mean, nobody does that, bro.
Kobe did it. He was on the radio and he said, trade me.
We're talking about a different animal there, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's doing that. That's what you're proving my point, my boy. Nobody's doing that, but his performance.
But
is
like
saying,
even
his performance
even
is
as of
saying,
lately,
trade
the
me.
people who have requested trades, nobody's going on a radio show and saying that really.
No, but
They're
that's
putting it in the
what I'm saying.
grapevine.
It is a different person, but I'm saying he's letting his poor lackluster performance tell you that he doesn't want.
Yeah, and he's training with Rondo, and he's training with other players too. So yeah, who
That's
knows?
normal. People they train with each other.
yeah,
and
exactly.
That's
Like,
nothing.
that's
that doesn't indicate really
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Turn off the
Mhm.
mic. Turn off his mic right now. Yeah, see, that's why he's gonna turn off the mic because he's fucking my shot. Turn off his mic, please. For 5 minutes. He's on a what's the hockey thing?
It's a penalty box,
We're in a penalty
bro.
box right now, man.
All right.
I was like, why does this camera keep moving?
We got earthquake.
Oh man, he's just playing footsie with the chair.
Oh man, hey, you footsie
Yeah.
mother sucker! Stop trying to play footsie, my little brother. He's on the other side, man.
I say with the chair now. But yeah, let's look at these 2K
I'm
ratings.
fidgeting right now.
Who do you guys
that's
think
why.
has the best rating in 2K right now? 2K22 going into the release that's coming out next month.
Luca.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is one of the top ones. I'm gonna tell you right now, there is 4 players that have the same rating. Can you guys name those
James
4?
Harden, Kevin Durant, Steph
And
Curry,
LeBron.
and Damian Lillard.
What about
So those are you guys got Kevin Durant, LeBron James, correct? But so the top 4 right now that all
The
have a
Greek Freak?
96 reading is Giannis, Stephen Curry,
forgot
Kevin
about the
Durant,
Greek Freak.
and LeBron James. Joel Embiid is 95, Kawhi Leonard is 95, Jokic is 95.
But you see, that's what I even.
Doncic
Okay.
is 95, James Harden is 94, Damian Lillard is 94. Who else did you say? You said one more name that I don't. I think you said
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard. Yeah, he's 94.
Because you know what? I don't agree with Giannis's rating, even about. Because, okay, yes, Giannis is he's a Greek freak. He's not a.
He's not a baller.
Like-
Brute force.
No. He's brute force, but it's also like. And that's the skill, so that's why I don't see the rating to be that high when it's specifically like. So if I get the game and I start shooting threes with Giannis and I start making threes automatically because he's a 96, that's bullshit rating. Because in the real game, he doesn't play like that. You feel what I'm saying? In the real game, he's
But
dominating.
it also depends, like, what are his stats for shooting?
In the real game, he's dominating because he's
Have they already posted that, Maury?
What?
The stats, like, of his shooting ability for the game?
No, I don't think we'll see that
you don't
once you
see
get the
that.
game.
Yeah, you got to see that into the game. You
It's
don't.
just an
you only
overall
get the
rating.
overall. You only get overall rating every year. Like that's the first thing that they release, and then the game comes a couple weeks. The game's out next week, September 10th or something like that.
That's in 2 weeks.
So, are you copying Mauricio?
Hell yeah.
Why?
Honestly, whenever I see Lakers, especially Lakers, make acquisitions like this, I need to try that squad out.
Because it's
bro.
funny that like every
I need
year,
to.
every year that new 2K comes out, there's always like a post on there that is like, why are men going crazy for a new 2K that nothing really changes? It's only a couple of teams that you can like. People even say in the
You can
comments.
update the teams, yeah.
It's the same thing for FIFA,
But look, let me
bro.
tell you something, and
But
you
still,
you know
people
this
get it
too.
every
'cause
No,
year.
I'm asking the question. Doesn't mean that
me personally, I have a PS5 and I don't have 2K for PS5 yet. So that's another reason why I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go ahead and get that 2K because I don't have it for
But then
PS5.
you didn't get the Kobe PS5 one.
Nah,
You
I didn't
should.
have a PS5 until March of last year. So by that time to do it, and I didn't really want to spend the money really quick. So when it's already halfway through the season, I don't feel
Saints
like
got the dub.
I don't feel like going through the
Deep.
whole motion.
Okay,
but
okay,
for this
got
one
it.
for sure. I'm gonna
I'm gonna get it.
be
Just,
on that my park, you know.
I'm gonna get it just because I've been shout out to my client, my boy Rob. He been influencing me to get on the GM portion of 2K to start. So I'm gonna do that when I get this new 2K version because I didn't want to start it off with this one. It's already the end of the season, but I'm definitely gonna be on the GM side of trying to see how I can make trades happen, make my team win, and because it's funny he was telling bro I'm on season 232. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. I remember
I have another client that he still has like 2K20, and he's like in season 30 something and shit. Like,
Tell me why in a lot of those games, at some point, LeBron would join the Lakers. Like I remember having 2K14 and like, I did a my player and I keep on like keep progressing my player's career, and it was funny. The Lakers sucked throughout those down years, just like the Lakers had them. And then when you get to like 2020, around this age, LeBron happens to get traded or goes to the Lakers, and it's like,
he was ordained.
yeah. And back then I was like,
Illuminati.
imagine that happen. Yeah.
But
We're in a simulation, guys.
another shift in the kaleidoscope. El Salvador hit the tie on Saturday. Kind of disappointed on the tie against Costa Rica. How you feel about that, man? Did you see the highlights?
What highlights?
Yes,
On YouTube, bro.
the very low lights because no goals were scored. Scored.
Either way, they're still gonna show you the shot. They're gonna show you the shots on target.
Man, our tongues are getting tired right now, man.
Yeah. But no, it's sad to see them go out that way. They do have
Is
a
it
lot of
really sad?
potential. Yeah,
At
because
least they didn't get scored
the
on.
potential's there, man. I
It
mean,
is, but at least they didn't get scored
they
on.
just need a finisher. That's truly what they need is a finisher just to be able to score.
I mean, I think they got the finisher. I think the finisher has to learn how to define and hit it and make the goal. Because he did some shit against Mexico that I was like, oh, shit, the post saved them motherfuckers.
Oh,
So,
but their main
a little
number
bit more-
9, he didn't even come in until like way late in that game. And I was
True.
like, why was this guy not in here before? So that's another question is, and that has to do with your coach. Like, how is your coach setting him up with the formation? Why is he benching certain players and not starting others? So you have to think about those things.
That's a trip, bro. That's a trip. But PSG, the soccer practice, how'd it go, Manny? Tell me about it.
Well, no. Basically, there's a player from Barcelona. His name is John Clare. He's a defender.
I'm mistaken, huh?
Yeah. He was talking about basically that while Messi was in Barcelona, they were not allowed to hard tackle him, right? So basically, they couldn't touch him during practice in that way. So, like, if they were going to defend him, they were told, like, oh, please do not tackle him hard. Make sure that you're soft and gentle. And a lot of people are kind of like, oh, is that really practice? Or is that, why? But at the same time, you get it. You don't want to injure your superstar.
Right.
But other people are kind of like, no, like, it seems very soft for them to do such a thing. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I believe that there should be times where you have to play with intensity because you have to, like, know like what that feels like and how is that going to develop in a game. But at the same time, when you're talking about Messi, you're talking about a guy who's been in the game for such a long time that I'm sure he was hard tackled when he started, as a younger player. Now that he's older, it's like, is that necessity still there? I mean, he's still going to get hard tackled by the opposition either way.
True.
Yeah.
But I feel like you don't think it's like a QB thing when they give the QB the red jersey so he doesn't get tackled during practice? Since he was that good, that valuable to a team?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that?
That's why I did say, like it also could be, he's a superstar. So because he's a superstar, they're going to be like, we need to protect our superstar from injury. Because it sucks to hear, this player got injured during practice.
Right. Practice?
Like,
we talking about practice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's the worst time for any player on any sport to get
Well,
injured.
shit, as far as I knew, Kobe, at the end of his career, wouldn't practice as much. That's another thing a superstar didn't want to practice because he didn't want to get hurt. LeBron James takes time off.
LeBron.
I don't know, bro. I'm always remember that Kobe video when he was playing with, and it was like his last or second to last season. And he was like just talking shit to everybody on the team. He was like, y'all soft like Charmin. You seen
like
this, Byron?
Charmin.
But
The-
that was
the
when he was
toilet.
still doing practices. At the end of his career, he was like, he's not doing many practices.
No, but that was at the end of his career already.
Nah,
when
that
he was
was
calling
that-
everybody soft like Charmin,
Mm,
whenever he
mm.
shot up that shot in front of Jeremy Lin,
That shot was...
that was post Achilles rupture, bro.
Nah, I think it was right before.
Nah, bro, Jeremy Lin, we didn't have him on the team till after he ruptured his Achilles.
No, because we had Nick Young on that team, right?
After he ruptured his Achilles.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Yeah, your brother's
Come on,
right.
bro.
Right.
He's
Come
right.
on, dog.
No, but I'm saying that he wasn't practicing. I feel like...
But this footage is from a practice. I'm just saying, like, he was
Because
busting
remember he
people's ass
said
at
that
practice.
and he wanted like Mitch to get him some help.
Yeah, he was
'cause
like,
these guys are soft like Charmin.
Yeah.
This is what you guys want me to come out with and all that.
yeah, exactly.
But it was like he was also not practicing as much. That was probably one of the rare practices.
No
that
doubt,
he
but I'm
showed
just
up
saying,
and then bust their ass.
one
and
of
was
the
like,
that footage that we
you
got.
saw what I sent you.
Because you also see footage of
Yeah.
him elbowing Sasha
Saw what I posted
Vujacic.
today, right?
Y'all- Yeah,
Why
they-
he wouldn't
Well,
pass the ball?
Why Will Fit handy?
Well,
Yeah.
did you guys see the tribute of Kuzma to the Lakers? Did you guys read that or no?
no.
Okay, so if you would have read that tribute and appreciation, a whole letter that he wrote, he talked about how he got to practice
His
with
voice
Kobe
changed, guys.
twice.
He what?
Sorry, I drank water.
His voice what?
I was like, man, his voice changed. He's serious now.
Yeah. He practiced with Kobe twice. So he talks about that experience, and he talks about how, like, the first time he practiced with Kobe, Kobe called him to a park, and it was just them two, just practicing for hours. And he said that he felt so out of shape after practicing with Kobe, and Kobe was, like, perfectly fine, right? And he talks about how, like, he felt like, oh man, I don't know if I impressed him. I don't know, like, how I did. And then Rob told him, like, oh, this guy actually, works hard. So those are like words that impact him because he felt like he had failed Kobe, because he's like, dude, that was one of the hardest practices I've ever had in my life. But at the end, like, he hears
That's crazy. You
got
gotta send me that so I can read that because I didn't see
yeah,
that.
bro. They posted it. He talked about that he was gonna post it, and it's online. You can look up the article more if you have a chance. You can put it there. Just put like Kuzma's tribute to the Lakers. It's what he did after just like his gratitude, basically, being part of
After getting traded.
yeah. I feel like he might blow up, man. I feel like he might do better over there, Yeah,
Damn.
see, so it's like a whole thing, man. Where he just, if you read it up, eventually he talks about his his exchange with Kobe.
Se me olvidaron los lentes, fíjate vos.
Yeah.
Vos, Jerote, no me recordaste, no fregué.
Casacas.
Dame
Yeah.
tus lentes ahorita, vos.
Yeah.
So if you guys get a chance, I would say just read it and hear what he had
Wednesday's
to say.
episode only.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think Kyle Kuzma he's gonna be good. He's gonna be alright. Yeah.
Fake ass lad.
Oh my
I
god.
just like catching people's fake laughs and shit.
Yeah.
Especially my
I tell
brother.
people that at work too. I'm
For
like,
real?
that's
Shut
your
up.
fake
I don't
laugh."
give a fuck. It's because there's a
That's my
thing of
fake
Dana
nap.
White where he's like, he goes, I don't give a fuck, and then like, I don't know, I just like that.
Yeah, I like
That's where
that
it comes
too.
from.
I like that too. So how do you guys feel about the waves? Mauricio, you got some waves for me, bro?
Well, we're just watching NFL preseason, and that's just on the horizon right there. We got to see Trevor Lawrence.
Did we get to see?
We did, you know, he
I,
showed.
I was
He
just
showed.
watching the highlights, bro. They didn't put that boy in much.
He was showing,
Yeah, he was-
but he was playing. He
When
just
you got
came
here,
at the end.
He was starting.
Yeah,
He started?
He started. In preseason, you don't play the full game.
No, I
you
know,
play-
but he started.
yes, he
'Cause
played the
I
first
didn't
half.
see the beginning of the first.
He played the first
highlights.
half.
They just showed the other guy getting
He
intercepted.
actually
I was like,
struggled.
Yeah, I mean, of course, bro. It's a whole different thing, you know. And he has Nick Saban there with him now. That's Nick Saban, right?
No, that's Bill Meyer, I think, or something like that.
Urban
Oh,
Myers. Urban
Ur-
Myers, the guy that used to be for
Ohio.
Ohio, right? Buckeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So that's
Not
that
to
guy.
sound too biased, but
You're biased.
he was facing a pretty tough
Defense. Saints defense is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and there was
Tackled him.
a play that I saw where he got pressure on him.
They
and
sacked him.
Nah, he actually scrambled, and he did really good on the scramble. He got the first down on the scramble. So that was something that he would do over there. But, you know, something in college you're not used to as these defenses coming after you as much like that.
It's just faster.
I mean, yeah, it's way faster. You're dealing with grown men
more
now.
stronger and shit.
Way different thing. So, you know, that's the one thing I like about NFL preseason is you start seeing, you know, players like that are just coming from college or players that are playing with new teams. Like we're seeing Cam Newton. I know it's his second season with the Patriots, but he's in a quarterback battle right now. And you know, there's also Andy Dalton. He's in a quarterback battle in the Bears and all over the place. There's
Even
competing
the
for
49ers, Jimmy and that
Mhm.
rookie they got.
yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Manny.
Yeah.
Denver or the Saints?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. You're asking me to choose between Mauricio or Byron and Enzo.
Or
That's irrelevant.
so what's the fucking
In the
answer?
great words of Manny, that's irrelevant.
Denver or the Saints? Because I think you should go with the Saints because you're Santo, right? You know.
Oh
you're
my
saying,
God! You're trying to use
Hey,
biblical
brother, you know what I'm
perspective.
saying?
If we're using a biblical perspective, bro, Louisiana has a lot of witchcraft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
but
New
that's why the
New
team-
Orleans is not safe.
Hey, yo, check it out. But that's why the team is there. So because we're the Saints, we're trying to stop all that witchcraft. right there. You know, Denver's airport is kind of Illuminati, from what I heard and shit.
I've never heard of that.
What? Go look it up right now, bro. Denver's airport.
What about it? I mean, if you stake your claim, then I'll look it up.
There's a lot of Illuminati like images
The
in the
only
airport.
the only time I went, like I actually rooted for a football team, just to let you guys know.
Oh, here comes a deep man.
Is is when Peyton Manning.
Oh hell no!
was
Denver,
playing-
Denver Peyton Manning or in the elaborate
Nah, Colts.
Okay,
Was in
thank
the
you,
Colts.
thank you. All right, because
That's the only time I
I
ever,
lost
ever
respect for my brother when he went from the Colts to the Denver man.
Hey, bro, you haven't been a Saints fan all your life. Get out of
It
here,
was 06 and I never switched up.
bro. That's why I have Jerry Rice jerseys.
When you're a Chargers
It's,
fan,
it's Jerry Rice, the best
Get
wide
outta
receiver that
here.
ever fucking touched the football.
Get out of here, though. Get
Bro.
outta here.
Bro, you don't
You
have a
used to
Michael
say hi-
Jordan. You don't
you
have
used to
Michael
s-
Jordan shoes.
Shoes, but it's
Michael
jersey.
Jordan shoes. It's still the same,
Sweet.
bro. Jerry Rice doesn't have shoes because Michael Jordan is the one that is like nobody else could do this, and I'm the only one that did
That's
it.
a whole different thing, bro.
But you have Kobe's, all
That's a
right?
whole different thing. I have one pair of Kobe's. Yes, actually 2 pair of Kobe's. Yes.
Same.
See, I don't have any Jordan jerseys though. I have pure Laker jerseys.
Now I'm gonna buy you one just so you could say that you do, motherfucker. Cause
If you do, then give me the rookie one. That's one I like.
that shit's nice. The Chicago.
Chicago,
handwriting.
yeah, that's the one.
I'm
I
gonna
like.
get that one first before I give it to you. But anywho,
Sick
just
ass.
to switch gears, the Dodgers.
Dodgers are a couple games behind the Giants, man.
They
They're
lost
wrapping.
yesterday.
They're wrapping up the season. They lost yesterday after winning 9
Funny,
straight.
you guys are inviting me to a game, and I've never gone to a Dodger game. before.
What?
Never. I just, I don't know, man.
the illusion is just to go talk with friends, bro. Eat food. Drink.
Nah, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
I've never gone
To
to a
sing
game
the
and just
song?
do that. I always watch the
Take
game,
me
bro.
out to- I always thought about
I don't
singing
know,
that
and
song
I
when
eat
went.
That's
and
the
I talk to my
7th inning
friends.
stretch, sir.
But
That's when they sing it.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
the only
But
time
I
they
watch the
sing
games,
that.
bro. And like as of the last good 8 years, I would say the Dodgers are very entertaining to watch.
Really?
Hell yeah, bro. You
Who are they playing on Friday?
The Colorado Rockies.
Whack.
And man,
Wah, wah, wah.
like I said, going into this game, the Dodgers we had a 9-game winning streak. And just to give an update, Trevor Bauer will most likely not be returned to the team. And another thing was that I think they denied the girl a permanent
Restraining order.
restraining order.
Yeah.
So that's the laser on his case.
So what's gonna happen? Is he gonna be able to play baseball, or he's out of baseball?
Well, as of right now, he's not coming back to the Dodgers. They're still gonna pay him his contract and whatnot, but it's pretty much a wrap right there
Bruh.
with
Crazy.
him coming back to the Dodgers. But we'll have to see how the legal proceedings go because you just never know.
Hey man, you never know. But
We
Miss-
in the season we have basically just September left, and then going into October. October 30th is when the last game is, and then we start the postseason. So yeah, the Dodgers need to just close up that gap with them and the Giants. And the Giants, as of lately, they've been kind of living on a prayer. They've been.
hey man, that's San Francisco, bro. We're Dodger town here. Don't
What I'm
talk
trying to
about
say is
me,
that
bro.
they've been living on a prayer in the sense that they've been winning their games in the last inning, and there's only so much you can do that, especially even against sucky
next
teams.
next bullet point.
So,
So
yeah.
that girl that won that.
Hey, bro, wait up. Did you guys see the new Dodger jerseys though?
Yeah, they're hard.
Lowe's
Yeah.
Dodgers. So
Yeah.
then let's
Yeah.
not gloss over that, man.
Hold up.
I need to get a new hat too. That says Lowe's Dodgers on. Oh, man.
But check
Get
this
both.
out.
Los
So
Dodgers.
remember that girl, the one that sang the song. I was gonna go to the Olympics, but then I got high. Ooh,
That
she
girl,
just
bro.
got smoked by the Jamaican girls. I didn't even.
be back. I'm gonna be back though. You gonna count me out?
I don't even want to say her name, man, because she looked very bad. Like to go
Hey, bro,
out.
but
I mean, you can't define somebody by one race,
hey, man.
but then you pull out the next race.
Hey, bro, but
That
you
look
you,
bad,
you were
bruh.
defending her, so you better say her name.
That's what, I mean. I'm not gonna say her name, bro. 'cause I'm
Kai Richardson. You better say her name.
I was embarrassed as a defender now, and then you're going to pull up some, I was going to go to the Olympics, but then I got high. Ooh, lay off the weed. Because these girls in Jamaica smoke weed for sure, and they still smoking your ass. Damn.
Well, they know to stop when it's in
like, bro,
competition.
I smoke weed too, and I smoke weed right before a basketball game. And there's certain movements on a basketball game that I can do slow. Like, it's just a different sport, though. But I think running, you just need your full lung capacity. Like, because
But
she looked like she
then-
was struggling out the gate.
All right, but here's the other thing though.
Like,
you,
out the gate, she was struggling.
you have to realize that these girls had just came back from the Olympics, so they weren't fit in condition. This other girl, on
Was-
the other hand,
I was going to get...
she was not in fit in
But
form
then,
and condition,
It
bro.
shows.
But it's because she wasn't competing, bro. Like,
You think that... Okay, I'll give you that. Give you
yeah,
that, but
because
then
you're
it can
talking
also
about
be-
girls. You're talking about girls that just went and competed and won in the Olympics currently right now.
But you know that the Jamaican
and now
girls,
they just
the Jamaican girls are usually the girls that are beating the U. it's-
yeah,
it's
no,
Jamaica and United
yeah.
States.
No,
So,
yeah, I know that. Yeah,
I would just say like if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. You feel me? So if she would have stayed ready, now she got to get ready for the next race because
Yeah.
you pulled out of the next 200-meter race and it looks bad, bro. And like I said, I'm gonna sing the song again. I was gonna make the Olympics, but then I got hurt.
Hey, bro, you're giving her so much of a reason why
know,
back
bro.
then. So
Bro,
let's not gloss over the
Bro,
reason. Come on,
what?
come on,
Bro,
Enzo.
Mauricio, look. Hey,
Come on, Enzo, I'm just saying,
Mauricio,
bro.
look. Let me just use one of your lines,
Oh,
Mauricio.
man.
What have you done for me lately? So if I'm gonna back you up and then you do this for me lately, I can't back you up, my boy. Am I wrong?
But you were validating the reason back then, though.
Her mom had died.
Okay.
Okay, then, but it's been a month.
goalpost
It's not
all the time.
It's not moving the goalposts, bro. It's evolving and changing your many
You're just
you're gonna-
rephrasing,
many.
moving the goalpost.
How, bro? When it's like you smoked weed and got cut from the team that one time. This time it's on your own strength for your own legacy, and you perform like
But
this.
like I said, she wasn't in fit and form. That's why.
But that's why I said if you
Yeah.
stay ready, that's not moving the goalpost. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready,
But
man.
you brought up a point though.
How
right?
was that moving the goalpost?
You brought up
Staying
the point.
ready
hold
and
on,
getting
hold
ready,
on, hold
not
on, hold
moving
on.
the
You
post.
brought up a point,
Nah,
right?
you said the point of I'm
you
moving
said
the goalpost.
you said that she was grieving her mom. So if someone's going through grief, they're not gonna stay ready.
But I mean, you know, you have another race in a month. I think you should, or else pull out from the jump. Pull out from the next couple races, the next 6 months if you're still grieving.
That's what she should have
That's
done.
what I'm saying. But so therefore, that you didn't do that. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. And I'm looking at the camera because if this goes viral and she sees this, I'm sorry, baby girl, but I had your back the first time around. Second time around, you just bit me in the ass and you didn't perform. And then you pull out of the second race. And I'm going to just say, like, don't quit on yourself stay ready and start hitting those tracks and run.
She just gotta get into fit and form again. That's
mental.
all she
It's
has to
mental,
do.
I think. But
That's it right there, man.
sucks, bruh.
Hey, man, but you know who's staying ready, at least for the WWE? Brock Lesnar.
He looks weird with that.
He looks really weird. He looks out of
He
shape,
looks
too.
old.
Yeah.
That was another guy that I was gonna be in the UFC, but then I did Roy.
Him and CM Punk, bro. CM Punk is now in AWE.
I did
AEW,
Roy.
better said.
Yeah.
And I was seeing that, and I was seeing his whole little speech, and I'm like, damn, when you can't make it back, can't make it in the UFC, you're going to go back to that for sure.
Called super washed.
You know? I mean, but CM Punk, bro, he took a beating in the UFC, man.
But like, if you're gonna bring in the UFC, I'm gonna sneak in this one since it's not on the bulletin. Have you guys seen the back and forth with Dustin and Conor again?
Oh, I mean, that's never going to end.
Bro, you think so? I think there's gonna be a
No.
4 fight. For
Oh,
real.
that's what I'm saying. It's never going to end. There's most likely going to be that. But before we get there, we watched Untold on Saturday, guys.
How'd you guys like that story?
That shit was dope.
You look like you were falling asleep, bro.
I was watching it the whole time. Thank God. Shout out to Danny for keeping me awake.
That's about
Yeah,
that.
'cause you're
Yeah,
His
man.
commentating is what kept him awake.
Bro.
No, but I paid attention to the whole thing, bro. Trust me.
because of Danny's commentating.
No, but at the same time, I recall every scene.
I like the
bro.
fact that you guys stayed too because you guys, what I feel had at least Manny hooked was why is the guy in a jump shoot? What did he do? What did he do?
Yeah.
Like, and I remember when I first watched it at the barbershop, that hooked me too. It's like, why are they interviewing this dude
from jail.
from jail and he's
yeah.
her trainer? Like they build up the story.
Fucking Danny was like, I thought he was a nurse.
Yeah.
Bro.
That had me dead,
That
bro.
shit had me dying, dog. My wife was like, shh. She was texting me, shh. You guys are too loud. And I'm like, man, the kids have heard worse at 3 a.m. Shut up.
Bruh. Yeah. I feel that. And man, it's just it was a good documentary, bro, because I had never heard of her, you know, and just when you're talking about female sports, I feel like it needs to get way more attention and way more things. So everybody I've been seeing, I'm like, yo, check this document out, check it out, because you guys are about to see like history. Because I even told
Yeah.
my dad about it. I was like, did you ever hear about this woman that she was knocking people out on Tyson's undercard? He was like, no, I mean, I remember, but you know what I mean. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
That's the whole
I've
thing.
never heard of her, bro. I was shocked when this guy brought it up. I was like, what? Yeah, no, it was interesting to see that, you know, someone that back in that time. I'm like, dude, if she would have been doing this in our time, man, I think she would be bigger than
I mean,
was
she probably
back
would have
then.
fought a UFC fighter already.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I mean, and also, like I said, it gives her marketing, you know, for her to promote her gym, for promote what she does, you know.
Yeah, her new
Yeah.
what she's pursuing now.
Mhm.
Her own promotion, basically.
And the biggest part is her being inducted into the Hall of Fame in boxing. That's the big one, like a big accomplishment of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, man,
Yeah,
that
it was
one-
a fascinating.
whoever's listening to this, go watch Untold on Netflix. It's called Deal with that specific episode. You can say it's called Deal with the Devil. Very, very interesting. And with that being said, boxing, Manny Pacquiao this weekend versus Ugas.
No legs, bro. His legs are gone.
Not even that, bro. He's just old.
That's why his legs are gone. He didn't even have head movement. I mean, it looked like his body, like he wanted to do that, but he couldn't. Like, you could tell. You know, like he knew what to do, but his body wouldn't respond to him. You know, so it was kind of sad to see, honestly. You know, and also the respect Ugas had kind of for him. Like, you could tell Ugas could have finished, like, try to knock him out or try to finish him. But, I mean...
Yeah, the other day I was watching when he got knocked out by Marquez. He literally walked into that punch, man. Marquez set him up nice and whatnot. But yeah, just seeing this right now, man, it's like it's the end of
ever
an
since
era.
he fought the Australian, he's been bad. He lost to this Australian Van Horn, bro. He got his ass.
Was that the outdoor fight?
Yeah,
That was a bullshit fight, bro.
Bro, he got his ass whooped,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Did you see the fight, bro?
I saw that fight. It was
Bro,
on ESPN, bro.
I saw it too.
I honestly
and
thought.
Van Horn beat him.
You mean
bro.
Joe Horn or something like that?
Joe Horn.
I think he beat him, bro.
No, bro.
I think that was a robbery, to be honest
Nah,
with
you
you.
tripping.
Nah, I remember
See?
watching that one.
I watch more boxing than you. I think he will.
And I remember seeing Manny Pacquiao lay hands on this guy, and this guy didn't have head movement in that one. And I remember seeing it in the later rounds. And I'm like thinking, there's no way that they're gonna give this to the other guy. Straight up is what happened. I remember watching that fight on ESPN for sure. think it's like Manny's only fight on ESPN, I think. But yeah, it was something that just seeing then, like I said, it's the end of an era. They're talking about that if he's gonna fight again, he should fight Mayweather. You know, make it a spectacle and like that. But at the same time,
go for the bag.
you know, he has a political career ahead of him as far
Trying
as
to go for president.
being president and whatnot. So
I mean, he has to get out that guy Duarte over there.
yeah, and from what I've seen as of much, like he looks like he's more committed to that.
He's
The way
got the
that
support of the people.
the
as
way
well.
that he was talking,
I think he was committed.
Did you
to
guys see
this-
his post-fight interview?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
He looked like he's done, bro. He doesn't
yeah,
wanna
but
come
I
back
still
and fight.
think he was committed to this last fight. He just didn't have it in him because he was training. He looked good in training. He looked good in shadow boxing. He looked like he still had it in him, but
But his body doesn't respond to
yeah,
him.
but it's different.
That's
It's
just-
different. Okay, so it's one thing to shadow box in front of cameras on Instagram and post
Mhm.
it and be in the gym by yourself, but it's a whole different ball game once you have a younger guy in front of you that can move just as fast, if not faster, than you did in your prime. You know, because that's what it damn near looked like. Like he just was getting countered easily. He was getting haymakered, and the haymakers were making him move. Literally, like he wasn't getting
Yeah.
knocked down, but he was getting moved. Like, and I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
He was moving him to the right.
And I'm
A
gonna be
lot,
honest
yeah.
with y'all, but I feel like if he would have fought Errol Spence, which is who he should have fought this Saturday, not this Ugas guy, Errol Spence would have knocked him out. But I think Errol Spence has more reverence for Manny and decided to take the retina surgery right now rather than later because I feel like he would have knocked him out in the fight. Because Ugas was like, nah, he was holding back, I think. But Earl Spence.
I mean, Ugas did try to
He was
knock him
trying,
out
but
at the end, in the last round.
I feel like where he had him in the 7th and in the 8th where he could have easily dropped him, but he just didn't push forward. And then he tried to make it a fight at the end, but it's like by that time it was over. You already had the scorecard in the back pocket.
Yeah, so it was pretty much a wrap. And like I said, I think Manny, if he fights again, it's gonna be.
And you know why the reason why Manny's still fighting at 42? Because he dropped somebody the name Keith Thurman. He beat him. He knocked him down. He beat somebody younger than him.
He also beat that other dude, the one that was supposed to be Mayweather's protege. What was his name? Forget his name.
Gervonta Davis.
Andre Broner. But that was a while
Brent
ago.
Broner.
But it was even after his Joe Horn fight though.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, check that. Look that up, bro. Because that was he beat Adrian Broner. Then Mayweather wanted to fight him. Yeah, bro. I think that's how it went. I don't think it was.
Damn, bro. Come on, man.
Adrian Broner and him haven't fought recently, bro.
Sit
Yeah,
out
they
there.
did, bro.
I'm not sure.
It was after he fought. He fought him to try to lure Mayweather back in, but
But by that time he hasn't been his
bro, that happened in 2019.
That fool hasn't been his protege then, because he hasn't been Adrian Broner went away from the team.
But you know what's crazy? Mayweather was at that fight.
He was because it's Manny, but it's not because it's Adrian Broner.
But he was like on Broner's side, and he
Right,
was at
but
his
that's
corner
what-
when and
but-
everything like that.
but
But,
it's
just so you know, it was in 2019. It wasn't before he fought Floyd Mayweather.
But it's a trip because
just
that
correct.
fool, you know who's his protege, bro.
Oh, now
Well, I mean, but
Now.
that's been since 19, since 18.
no, but I'm still saying
Adrian
still talking
Broner
about
lost
someone
his-
that was affiliated with him.
But yeah, that
Former protege. Let's put it that way.
but put it that way, that was like 5 years
Alright.
ago. Like, nah, that's not 2019. We lost the year with 2022. That shit's kind of
Shit, but he still put it on him though. He still made Broner look like a little bitch. Then
Yeah.
after he fought Keith Thurman,
and knocked him out. But that was 19. At 19, you're still 39. You're not 42. That the age is showing already. That's what I'm saying.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why he was still getting these fights, because the Thurman fight, it was like, oh shit. It was like, it's like kind of what it's kind of like the same shit that Conor was saying. No, not Conor. Khabib was saying this. You can't have two peaks. He said that about Jose Aldo. That Peter Yan beat your ass, and now you're trying to come back because you have one solid win. But he's right, bro.
I don't think he's right.
I think he's right. You can't have two peaks. You can't
Dominic
get back.
Cruz came back off of 5 years from
But
two double ACL
but he didn't
surgeries.
dominate.
Yeah, he did. He
No,
came back. He won the
didn't, bro.
title.
Like,
He won the title, bro.
What?
He
what
beat
peop-
TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah, but what was TJ Dillashaw was on some shit.
Not during that time.
Who says?
Not during that time.
I don't know. I feel like
the
that.
results
I feel
say.
like that weight class doesn't have too many people for him to go through to be like, oh, he went to the top again, or he started from the 10th, went to the top. It was like, bro, come back from the ACL surgeries, you got the title fight.
That's the
Did he
thing.
not?
That's the thing. Even if Khabib were to come back, he's not gonna start back from all the way 15-10.
Well, because he's champion. That's different.
But anyone's not gonna start if when you have that status and
But
acclimate,
why?
you're not
but
gonna
why?
really start from the bottom.
Okay, but
again,
look at
bro.
the context that he was saying. Peter Yan is damn near. Isn't he? He's going for he's a contender for champion, right? So the fact that you lose to the contender, the fashion that you lose, and then you win a few fights after that makes you're in your second peak already. And he's like, no, that's not true. You're just having a good
Bro,
fight.
He
You're-
got rocked bro,
against
by
Peter Yan. And then but then it's a trip because
The whole time I was like, end the fight.
right,
End it.
look how
Ref,
sharp,
stop.
look how sharp he looked that even Conor gave him props. But now Khabib is
And
like,
even Conor said this is disrespectful that you say that about Joe.
right, but that's what I'm saying. But I still feel like Khabib in that sense is right, and I don't agree with Conor on that one. Cause, like, it's one thing to hear fighters that say that you go into a fight and you feel like not every fight you feel like her, like that the devil in the boxing thing we just seen.
Yeah,
She didn't always feel
documentary.
up to it, like, and some days you don't go in there feeling like 100 and you still gotta go out there and fight
and
and shit.
perform.
So it's like, but the best ones overcome that feeling of not feeling it and they still win, right?
I think Jose Aldo can still.
You
I
think
think he's gonna fight for the title.
In that division,
yeah, I think
That's
he
a
will.
that's a heavy ass. So against Peter Yan, he's gonna run it back and
Well, Peter's not. Jan's not the champion. First of all,
in that division, right?
Aljamain Sterling's the champion right now, and Peter Yan has to go get it back from him if he wants that.
But yeah, but
that's gonna happen. We already know that he was winning that
And
in
I'm
fight.
saying that.
in
and
what
I'm-
fat,
and I'm
like
saying
Mauricio
that
right
I
now,
think
that's
that
like
Jose Aldo can make it back
Mauricio is.
there.
If you're gonna say I'm moving the goalpost, that motherfucker just moved the goalpost right there.
How?
Because you know how Aljamain Sterling got the fucking the
The
belt.
title.
No
Yeah.
doubt. But what I'm trying to say.
That's like you
what
saying
I'm
Jan
talking.
was winning that fight.
What I'm talking about. Who is the current champion?
On a
and I'm
technicality.
I'm talking about Jose Aldo getting
Bro.
back to fighting for that title. I
But
think it's gonna happen.
If you're a real
And I know it's
UFC
gonna happen.
fan like we are, because we're not casuals, bro, we have to understand that championship doesn't hold the same weight of you beating somebody the way you beat them.
I understand that. I'm just going based off of who currently has the belt and who's gonna be named
But
the
at the
championship
same
walking into that
time-
fight. And again, my whole point isn't about Aljamain Sterling. My point is about Jose Aldo getting back to fighting for that title. And I know it's gonna happen.
But
I'm
if
pretty
he
sure it's gonna happen.
if he lost, he still got to go
Bro.
to beat Peter Yan then, regardless.
This guy's making it seem like Jose Aldo's gonna get a title shot before Peter Yan.
That's what I'm saying. and
I'm
it's
not
not
saying that. I'm not
Bro,
saying that.
that's
I'm not saying that.
that's the way you're making it.
No,
saying?
bro.
What
What
are
I
you saying?
said.
Because that's what I'm hearing too.
That's what I'm
That's not what I said at
bro.
all.
You
What
just
I'm
said that a little while ago. Like he's gonna get a title
let's
shot.
let's take it back to where you brought up Khabib and people having two peaks. But my point is that I believe Jose Aldo's gonna get back to that point where he's gonna fight for the title. I didn't say he's the next for the title. He said he's gonna get back to fight for the title.
So you think
Talking about getting his peak again.
Your opinion is that he's gonna get another peak. That you can't have two peaks.
Yes,
in
I
your
think
career.
you can. Yes. You can redefine yourself, and look at this. Look at this.
You could definitely redefine yourself.
And we're not
Yeah.
talking
You
about
can ra-
we're not
you
we're not
can
talking about
definitely-
Jose Aldo at featherweight. He's
can-
gone down.
you
He's
can
going down
redefine
in
your
weight. He's going down in weight, and he's technically right now the bigger guy in that weight class because he's going down in weight.
You can redefine yourself. You can reinvent yourself. But does that mean that you're gonna get back to the mountaintop and conquer it and dominate like you did at the first time around? The difference is your age,
People already know how you fight.
and you've been figured out once already.
Like,
You don't think they'll figure you out again?
This whole thing that we saw against this last fight, he barely threw any kicks, and that's what we're used to seeing with him.
True.
So I'm telling you, bro, it's possible. It's totally possible.
Or it could be him luring out Connor. Who knows?
It's totally possible.
luring out Conor?
Jose
But
Aldo,
who's to say?
Jose Aldo dropped down to bantamweight with that goal, and that's my whole. That's where I point that out. You know what I mean?
So to
He's
bring
not-
out
I
to
feel
get,
like
to
Peter,
get Henry
Peter,
Cejudo out.
Peter Yan's gonna get that belt
get
before
Henry-
him, bro.
Henry Cejudo out.
And
He's
if
still
you run
young.
that back with him and Peter Yan, bro, like, come on, Peter Yan's gonna take that.
Before I say yes to that, I need to see Peter Yan's next performance,
We'll have to
which
see.
is in October, right? They set that up, their rematch,
Yeah, it should supposed to be
October 30th.
Yeah.
So, because the way he won that was he supposedly kicked him when his knee was down, right?
Yeah, he need him with when
All
his
fours were down or something
yeah,
like
it was
that.
3 limbs down.
So, now I'm gonna pose a question. If the fight for if Oliveira is not champion, we're talking another timeline, another universe. Oliveira is not the champion. Dustin and Conor are fighting for the title. And Conor still breaks his foot. Does that belt around Dustin's waist hold the weight?
Can you repeat this? Because you went out.
I was burping.
Bro, he went into the multiverse, bro. In this multiverse,
Oliveira's
not the champion.
And it's like a hanging champion. Like
So
it's like interim.
title.
It's a vacant title.
Okay.
And does Dustin's win in over dramatic fashion over a broken leg still hold the weight that it would if he would have won him by knockout or submission or decision?
let's look at Dustin Poirier, right? His
That's
last loss was when he was trying to unify the title against Khabib. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
After that, he beat Dan Hooker. After that, he knocked out Conor McGregor. After that, we saw what happened. That's for sure. He gets that title shot. For sure, he gets to fight for a vacant title.
No, I'm not saying the vacant title fight is with Conor and he breaks his leg. Conor still breaks his leg. I'm telling you, does it still hold weight because of the fact that he broke his leg?
I would say yes because in the previous fight he knocked him out.
Okay. All right.
If we're talking about fight number 2, not fight number 3.
No, you're talking about fight number 2.
Fight
So the fight number 2, he knocked him out. He put him sat on his
Yeah,
ass.
and if we go into this fight and the third fight is a title fight for the vacant title, like
and he still gets his broken leg.
still gets his broken leg, I think it's still valid because the last time they fought,
He
which
knocked
was a
you
couple
out.
months ago,
He knocked you out.
knocked you out.
Got you. All right. That's good. No, because like in this other one with Alan Sterling, it's like it was a technicality, right? And then if Alan Sterling does something impressive that he was getting dominated in the first fight, you know, all right, but it's kind of like
yeah, like now that he knows Peter Yan's style, like will he come back and actually show something different?
Willie.
That's what you're trying to say.
Remains to be
I don't
seen in
know.
That's
Abu
what you're
Dhabi.
trying to
That's what I'm
question.
saying. That's what I'm posing
It
the
remains
question.
to
I'm
be
asking.
seen in Abu Dhabi, October. I don't know
30th.
when, but
It
it's
was
going to be on the ESPN card. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, guys. Did you guys see the
Next
interview?
Sunday.
Did you see the interview with Ariel Helwani and Tyron Woodley?
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
sent it to you guys.
I haven't seen
All
it.
right,
My
so
phone's broken by.
There was one thing that he was saying on that where he was, and I'm just taking
my
him based off
client's
his
watching.
words. People were just like kind of, he seems reinvigorated to get in there.
Sorry.
And one thing that he was saying was basically how Jake Paul is thinking that he's not taking this seriously. Jake Paul thinks he's not, and that he's basically been putting out a mirage for Jake Paul, and that he's really been training this entire time and all this stuff, and that he feels good in the sense that usually he said every time he was going into a UFC fight, he was ready to die because of the weight cut, because of all the different training.
Weight cut today.
He's not weight cutting 30 pounds, at least. It's a different weight class. And then on top of that, he's like, I'm training strictly boxing. I'm not training grappling and jiu-jitsu. And so it's a whole different training camp for him. So I'm excited to see this, actually. And Ariel Helwani is actually going to be commentating this fight, so it's going to be interesting, too. So
Really?
yeah, so MMA Hour is where I saw that interview, guys. So and if you guys are listening, check it out, MMA Hour on YouTube. It is back with Ariel Helwani. But what do you guys think about Tyron Woodley, Jake Paul?
Woodley has a chance to actually do something.
I hope that Woodley really... And it's funny because he was talking about how Jake Paul has put in a rematch clause and how he knows that this is the one that he's really risking
Facts.
above all else.
It
and
is.
stuff like
It
that.
is the one he's risking because it's a different caliber. He's a knockout artist in the UFC, right? That's what he's always holding on to his hands, just trying to land that one punch to put you to sleep. The thing is, my question is, who is training Tyron Woodley
Or
to
Mayweather offered his services.
but who's been doing it then? So I don't know. We don't know, right? So my thing is,
I wouldn't doubt that he's been one of them though at some point in this
But-
training camp.
So who's the one training him to get the timing down? Because in the UFC, after he lost the championship to Usman,
Mm-hmm.
he never got the timing back down for his knockouts. He's never knocked anybody out ever since
Man,
then.
and then at the same time, let's just put it out there. Everybody was holding him down against the cage and shit too. So
Right, they figured him
Yeah.
out.
That
They figured him
timing-
out.
that timing was nowhere. The space, everything was nowhere there
Can-
for them.
Can I say that around the time when Tyron Woodley was champion, and even the time where Conor was champion, the UFC wanted more of a knockout artist to be the guy? Because even John Jones was knocking people out around this time.
John Jones, for me,
knockouts have
John
always
Jones-
been entertaining, man.
John Jones is an all-around fighter. John
Right,
Jones
but
he's actually one of those fighters that
he
he'll
but
do anything
like-
to you
but
and he'll
he-
finish
but
you.
It was like the times he slept people, it's like they're standing up, bro, and they get put to sleep.
John Jones?
Yeah.
ground and pound for the most part.
Yeah, but I've seen one where he's like, there's no one standing up halfway and he just drops him. He just fall. I think it was Machida, right?
But even that wasn't a knockout. He choked him out.
That's what I'm saying. But it was a dramatic. Like, bro, he went to sleep. Like when he let him go, this fool dropped. Like you know.
Yeah.
So that to me, that's like knockout because you're going to sleep. It's dramatic. But the UFC liked that type of stuff, and now they're going towards more like wrestling and like dog, come on, calf kicks are disabling people now and shit. It's no longer like straight power knocking them. Like the last dude that I'm really noticing is Francis Ngannou, really with that type of power.
That's why he's box
champion.
office, man.
Yeah, well, I feel like he still got times to get there to box office. Really,
I wouldn't want to say that it's the UFC wanting one thing over the other.
Or is Dana?
I just think it.
Here's the agenda for this year, you guys.
Yeah, I don't
we
really
want
think-
knockouts this year.
I don't really think it's that. I really think it's just the
Khabib,
the
this is
style,
your era.
The style that each fighter brings. You know.
You don't feel like there's the behind the scenes WWE mingling?
I don't think so.
Not like in that sense of
You
like
think he's McMahon, bro?
no, not like well, yeah, Dana White is a form of a McMahon for the UFC. He really is. He has all these personalities that he has to deal with and all that. Like it's just it doesn't have the same.
He's like, I need you to take the fall in this round.
No, not
okay?
like that either. No, I don't think it's that to the extent. But I still think that some of the behind the scenes, it like even the matchmaking is similar to like
Well,
they give us
we
the
know
fights
that
that
he
we want
never
to
liked
see
Stipe. He never liked Stipe being the
as
champion.
a champion, right?
But not because of his style, but more of his off the.
He wasn't marketable.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a whole different thing.
but
But
to
no,
me, neither is Francis.
He's
kinda
more
is.
marketable.
He's
Yeah,
kinda
Yeah,
is.
he
than
is because
Stipe. Compared to Stipe, bro.
to me, I can see how you can garner marketability with a firefighter that's in the UFC. If you using your marketable.
When
skills-
did you see Stipe in Mike Tyson's podcast?
I mean, shit, it's because like I said, they're not marketing him right. But that's the UFC.
But yet you saw Ngannou there, right?
But you can barely understand this motherfucker.
But yet he got it there, right?
It's the knockouts that are getting him there, because it's like it's Tyson and him can relate with that.
But Stipe Miocic is arguably right now the best heavyweight
Who Stipe
of all
Stipe-
time. He defended the title more than anybody, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the UFC did drop the bar and not marketing him. He's a firefighter off of this.
It's not even just that.
They should have been putting more behind him. There's a lot of
I'm gonna
there's
be
a lot
honest
of white
with you,
people
if
that
you
want to
listen-
fuck with
If
him.
you listen to a lot of his,
But he doesn't like.
he's a very soft-spoken person, and
He is.
And you're talking about not being able to understand Ngannou. This guy stutters and the way that Miocic talks. It's really weird too, bro. It's not the best.
All right, then. So then
It's
that's
pretty broken.
he could have worked on himself, self work.
But that wasn't his focus. He's always made that clear too that he wanted to fight, be a title, and then be a firefighter.
That's
on
like
the side.
Dustin saying, "I don't even like doing this shit. I'm just here to do it."
And then when has Stipe been on Joe Rogan's show?
I think he might have actually been on.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I think he might. I think I see.
He has?
I think
Yes,
so.
It might be.
All right.
we could
Dude,
check that,
double
though.
check it.
I don't know.
Dude, Ngannou was even on Flagrant too, bro. So that's what I'm saying is like
Knockout artists. I mean, it's just.
like he became very marketable, man.
But it's like I said, it's because you're a knockout artist.
Yeah.
I mean, Stipe is a different type of fighter.
Oh
but,
yeah.
But I feel like the UFC could have still marketed him to a certain
Like a
demographic.
Khabib style.
I mean,
Well, I mean, because he was doing a lot of submissions.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
been
that's-
he's been on there with him.
on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I think when the show was still here in LA, but yeah.
Mhm, yeah. But I feel like Joe Rogan likes having a lot of UFC fighters on there.
Oh no, for sure, yeah,
He
a lot.
just and he likes talking to random people about the UFC on there. That
The
some
only
people
one-
that I
he
wouldn't
hasn't had
expect.
Connor on there.
That's a whole different thing. That's
why
do
do you guys think he hasn't had Connor on there? Connor, if you're watching this, you're welcome to come to our podcast, bro.
hell yeah. I'm not gonna dispute that.
Shit, I'm gonna speak it to the universe.
But I don't know.
Speak it into existence.
I don't know. I remember they kind of said something why, but it's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure.
Because he's had his coach.
It's gonna
I
happen
know.
that Connor's gonna. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
had the coach on there. He's
they've talked. Connor has talked about it in an interview recently, I think, and I have to really look at that. But I think it's all about timing.
He hasn't had Khabib either.
He doesn't like going to Texas either. To go to Joe Rogan, you gotta go to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Why does everybody stay quiet when I say that?
Because we like that silence, bro.
Little
Yeah.
pause.
So final
Makes it
pick.
dramatic.
So
That kinda-
are you
that
guys
kinda
saying
scared-
that
that kinda
Tyron
scared
Woodley
me.
is gonna knock him out or what?
I hope so.
I have this one up in the air because I
Alright,
think that
I'm
Jake
gonna
Paul.
put myself on the fire. Tyron Woodley's gonna win.
I think that Jake Paul still is a boxer that is a boxer. He's really trying to box. And I feel like Tyron Woodley has a glass jaw, so he needs to be careful, not be too overconfident, and not take this white boy lightly, because that's the way I see Tyron Woodley looking at him. Oh, it's a white boy, I got to beat his ass. You don't look at people that are getting in a box that's been practicing this sport seriously. And to me, it's a lot. You put a lot on your shoulders when you have a lot of the world watching you, bro. That's pressure.
Yeah.
So I still feel like he's trying to be a good boxer or trying to become a boxer, and he's putting that pressure on you, you know?
Yeah.
This is the first actual test, in my opinion.
Yeah, you got to watch that interview with Ariel Helwani, because he was really talking about, you know, the background between between both of them, and, you know, where he was raised and what, and he was like, you know, you didn't really ever have to fend for your life and things like that.
Who said that?
Tyron was talking to that about Jake Paul, and like how Jake Paul's like, he woke up the one day saying that, oh, I'm gonna try this, when for me this has been my life and all that stuff. So we're gonna see I'm hoping to see a different Tyron.
You know why I would beg to differ about what he's saying?
Why?
Because somebody that has sometimes, it's like Kobe was given everything, had everything, and still became what he became. You can't overestimate anybody. And doesn't matter that Jake Paul might have a big ass chip on his shoulder that he's trying to prove, and if he knocks you out with that chip, you're just a boulder that just got put on top of that. Like,
see, bro, but I hate to ever compare anyone to Kobe, especially someone like Jake Paul, because you could say Kobe was given everything.
They grew up. They came up. He was in LA the majority of Kobe's career. He saw him. Like, I cannot say that he never took inspiration from Kobe Bryant's mentality. Anybody that's lived in this era has.
But you're comparing the way that Kobe was raised and Jake Paul was raised, and I don't think that they're the same at all.
Yeah, because they're both, bro. You're living in Europe, and you're not. It's not like you're poor.
But you understand. You've heard of Kobe's story, bro.
Yeah, bro. But
so
he wasn't
Kobe
poor.
Kobe
wasn't struggling.
He wasn't poor, but he had his own struggle, right?
The struggle
what was
was
the struggle,
bro. If you're gonna say that you can't communicate because the slang is a huge struggle, then
when he was in Italy, he didn't know the language. He went out there and was
same thing. It's about language.
Okay, but
it's a barrier.
Look,
it's a struggle. But
again, this is relating it to Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley was talking about how this was his life, right? So it was Kobe's life since the moment that he was out there at 6 years old and stuff like that, bro.
Bro,
this has never been Jake Paul's life.
A real struggle is still, but that doesn't seem that he doesn't struggle with other things. That this
no
was
doubt
the outlet for him to
no doubt. But it's because we're comparing Kobe's upbringing to Jake Paul's upbringing. Let's not compare it, because Kobe's upbringing created what Kobe is now.
I'm comparing struggles. Tyron's struggle, Paul's struggle, and Kobe's struggle. Which ones have more comparison to me?
At the end of the day, bro, bro, let's not compare Kobe because he's not in the ring this Sunday.
He's not,
bro.
But look,
so let's
check
not
this
bring
out.
Kobe in this conversation.
Bro, I'm gonna compare whatever. It's my opinion, dog. You can't tell me what the fuck to compare.
But it doesn't make any sense.
How? You're not even letting me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Who got it out the mud out of all of them? Who? Answer the question. I'm asking you a direct question right now. Who got it out the mud?
All three of them, you can say.
All right, bro. Turn off your mic.
You're just asking who got it out the mud, bro. Kobe's successful, Tyron's successful, so is Jake Paul.
No,
so what's your question
Who
then?
came from the mud? Literally. Kobe's got a dad that played in the NBA, and Jake Paul got Disney money. Who came out the mud?
So then say it like that. You said who got out the mud,
what do you mean?
Bro.
It's a no-brainer. You're the one that's just comparing the stories.
But everybody still made
How do you make sense right now, bro? You're comparing the stories. You can't. You're telling me you can't compare them, but I'm like, okay, so if this fool's up, if Jake Paul came up, had a family that he wasn't fighting for food, struggling Kobe wasn't fighting for food, wasn't born in the ghetto. Like, bro, you're born into an NBA family for that. At that point, you have the ability, your family has the ability to go from one country to another country, relocate so your dad could play basketball. And your struggle is language. That universally, basketball made it easy for you. Still with the language barrier. But what I'm saying is Tyron or anybody can't neglect the fact that whatever is in his chip on his shoulder, the reason why he's doing this, maybe he's doing this because people like you is like, oh, you never struggled. And that's the chip that get him motivated to be like, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all what it's about. And as of late, bro, he been knocking out a basketball player. He knocked out a UFC player. Hey, a fighter, like, it is what it is. These people were on the canvas, like Connor says, heads bouncing off the canvas.
That's not his bouncing off the canvas.
Bro,
Connor meant a different thing when he said
Nate Robinson.
You know what he means?
Bounced off the canvas
a couple times. You know what he means when he bounces off the canvas? Talking about ground and pound, bro.
Bro.
Let's again. Let's not.
Bro,
let's
if your
let's
head,
just clarify
if your
that.
head hits the, the canvas,
Let's clarify
bounce-
what Connor meant though
Bro,
between that because
he's meant. I'm not Connor, so I don't know how he meant it. I don't know how he said it. You're
and
not
I'm
Connor
clarifying you because
Are you
that's what he
Connor?
meant. Yes, that's what he means when he means bounce
Bro,
heads off the
how do
canvas.
you know?
Bro.
Who's to
Because
say?
that's what he meant
Who's
when he
to
told
say,
when he said
bro?
Dustin, I'm gonna bounce
You're
your
not
head
in
off the
this
canvas.
motherfucker's head.
When he said I'm gonna bounce your head off the canvas, Dustin, because when they knocked him out the first time, he hit him twice,
So,
and
bro,
his head bounced off
when
the canvas.
you knock somebody
bang on
out,
the head.
when you knock somebody out cold, their head's not gonna hit off the canvas first. Sometimes.
I'm talking about when he
Answer the question.
after he knocks him down.
If you're getting knocked
He
out,
gets on the
way
floor and hits him twice while he's on the floor. How many times do you see on the UFC, bro, that they're knocked out on the floor and then they still come and hit more hits off the bounce the head off the canvas? That's
Super
what they mean, bro.
necessary.
Exactly.
Super
That's
necessary.
ground and pound.
another guy says
That's-
super necessary. He doesn't say I bounced his head off the canvas. That's just his expression of saying it, bro. We don't know that that's what he means.
That's
He can
what he
mean so
means,
many
bro.
other
That's what he
things.
means.
One day when we get him on the podcast, Connor, I'm gonna
talk
ask
to him.
you
We'll talk to
because
him.
like we're speaking about shit we don't fucking know.
We'll talk
Like,
to him.
bruh,
We'll talk to him.
talk to him.
Because there's people that get hit in boxing and they just take a knee and they that's their knockdown. It doesn't always telling you when he means bounce hit off the canvas. That's
If
what
you
he
take
meant.
a knee that and a knockdown and a knockout, that's why the words are different.
But yeah, so that's what he meant on that one.
And hold up, even a knock, it's not taking a knee is not calling it a knockdown. They say you're taking a knee.
But they'll still call it as a knockdown though.
I think
They'll
it's a
start the count.
TKO,
They'll start the
or
count.
they call it like.
But they'll start the count. 1, 2, 3. They'll start the count. Is what I'm trying
it's
to
called
say.
a call out. I don't think it's called a
They'll
knock.
call it a knockdown though, bro. If it wobbles him and he takes a knee and they have to start counting, it's a knockdown.
No, you said if you just take a knee. You didn't say if you got hit and then you wobble, bro. You didn't say that, bro. There's there's dudes that
I was just saying, people get hit and they don't
There was
get.
a guy
I just said
recently-
it. I just said it. People get hit and they don't go all the way
There was
down.
a guy
They'll take a
recently-
hit. They'll take a knee and they'll try to recover in those 10 seconds.
There was a
And
guy
that
recently
counts as a knockdown.
that didn't even go into the ring, bro. He walked out and they called that they did the count from the jump. He just walked into the ring and then walked back out. You can YouTube it. It happened like 3 years ago, bro. That wasn't a knockdown or knockout,
That was what you call a forfeit because he walked out before the bell even
bro.
rang.
But they counted him out. That's what it is. It's a count out. If you take a knee and they count you out, that's what it is. Not a knockdown.
That's a forfeit because they
Yeah,
didn't
it
even
is.
start.
Technically, yeah, it's a forfeit, but still, like, you went into the ring. A forfeit would be more or less you didn't even show up.
Yeah. So, Manny, do you have a pick for the weekend?
I don't even know, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know you said that.
I
so
don't
I'm,
fucking
I'm
know.
cool with that.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm going with
'Cause
Woodley.
you know
I think
why?
Woodley got it.
Another reason why I don't know is because of these conversations that I hear, like those Showtime. What's that shit? The little previews before the fights that the
the
build-ups.
Showtime. Yeah, yeah.
The build-ups, like
Yeah,
seeing
like
that.
the 1 hour like workouts
Right.
that they do.
I'm
and they show you
still like
how the fighter's preparing and the peak of it.
each time. My thing is each time that a fighter, anybody by that matter, gets in a ring and then I go against him and he proves me wrong, it like makes me like, damn, should I bet on him this time? And like I said, last of the other fights I went against Paul, and this time I'm like, fuck, this is the best, the biggest test, and it's like, should I flip flop now and go on, go switch sides? But I don't know, bro. Like I really don't.
I mean,
Because I
We'll
feel like
see.
this white boy has a big chip, bro. Like, a lot of people don't.
he's bigger than him.
It's going to be crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the same weekend, we also have PFL coming back. We have UFC Fight Night with Barboza versus Giga Chikadze. So we have a couple of
Barboza.
things that are coming up this weekend. But the biggest event right now will have to be Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. We had Jared Cannonier
How
fight
many
this
rounds
weekend.
is it?
Let me check.
The Jake Paul, is it 10 or 6 or 8? Because that'll say a lot, too. If Jake Paul doesn't want to fight him a full 10 rounds, like he did against Mayweather, or
That was Logan.
regardless, it's like both of them. Because they've all done, how many rounds was Nate? Was it 10 also? Or he just took him out in 2?
Bro, they're going to fight for 8 rounds.
Yeah, you see, that's questionable. How many rounds was against Ben Askren?
Pretty sure it was the same. Let me check it out right now, but I'm almost for sure that all his fights have been like that. Because even his first fight was an undercard fight. It wasn't the main event.
Right.
And usually those cards.
What about this one? Is it a
I'm gonna
main?
check it out. But usually, yeah, this one's main.
Have you guys seen the whole thing that the Ace family is suing the agency that helped them get the boxing matches going and everything, and how James Harden's involved and shit, because he helped invest into getting the venue and getting everything. It's a crazy thing going on with the promoting agency and the Ace family.
Yeah, he's fought all 8-round fights, bro.
Oh wow. That says a lot too. What about that Logan Paul? How many fights was that against? How many rounds was against Mayweather? 10, right? Or was it 8? Because all that's starting to tell you that this is like exhibition number. Like,
yeah, bro, this is money. That's why when you start saying Jake Paul's a boxer, I'm like,
he is boxing though.
he's boxing, but is he a boxer? Is he like?
Because
is he what we see these other guys in those like? And I don't want to put too many big names. You know what I mean? But just a boxer that you see on Top Rank.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Victor Ortiz is your boxer like that, but Victor Ortiz keeps losing.
Victor Ortiz.
He just fought this last fight
this guy,
under
the one that fought to
undercard.
Mayweather a couple years ago.
Yeah, and Hud betted him.
Yeah, and then
He's
Mayweather
been,
he
ever
put his
since
hands down.
Ever since then, he's been losing.
See, but to me, I'm like, he's a boxer. He's fought 12-round fights. He's fought all these things, and I'm like,
for sure.
And now we're looking at this guy, and obviously I know you fight different, but it's like
But
you're
this-
fighting
this-
main events
but
that are
this is-
8 rounds.
This is the biggest test right here for sure. Of his look at me, Mauricio, boxing career.
yes, exactly, because all he's now, this is a third fight.
Because his first fight was against an NBA player.
This is now his third fight where he's fighting people that have 0-0 records
and people that
in
are,
boxing.
that are not boxers.
Yes,
That they're not.
I
So
will
that's why I
give him
would-
the legitimacy when he fought Ben Askren, because he fought someone that was a fighter. He fought people that have. But at the same time, you're not fighting someone that's known for that.
But
now
that's
he is.
But that's my thing. I don't know why Tyrone's trying to pull that whole thing of like where I come from and all this, where it's like.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna realize that that's his chip on his shoulder too. That
And I feel that that's
You know
what
what I
he's
mean?
trying
He
to do,
needs to
but it's
prove
like,
that.
bro, like.
He needs to prove that it's
Your
not that
to
easy.
me, I'm a boxing fan and a MMA fan. So it's like, Tyrone, the last few fights, bro, you haven't showed me nothing but
What?
swings and misses.
But you gotta understand, right? You got a kid who they feel is, ridiculing the sport, right? So he feels like, I need to prove, like, dude, you don't just ridicule the sport.
I think from what I heard, it was more about him standing up for Ben Askren too, because the way he knocked out Ben Askren. He's like,
That once again, that's ridiculing the sport.
I mean, but that's not, because he's not a boxer, so that's not really ridicule. Because the whole the Logan, the Paul brothers' whole thing is we're boxing to bring back the sport, to bring back more popularity to the sport.
Mayweather, Logan Paul is also 8 rounds.
Whoa. See, that tells a lot. That says a lot. But it could be maybe to bring back the popularity of the sport, but not the discipline of the sport. That's two different things too.
Yeah, I mean, in the year of 2020 and all this, like that's really
Entertainment.
entertainment. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing why I've been saying, would you guys agree that every time there's something crazy going on in the world gets a crazy challenge that goes viral that the whole world wants to be like, it's like consumed by? Like a couple years ago, it was like the ice bucket challenge, and then people forgot about what the reason why the ice bucket challenge was, but there was something going on, like
it had something to do
police
with like
brutality. And it was like some actual illness that
it
you
was
had.
an illness, yeah.
But then after down the line, people were just doing it just to do it. They weren't even doing it like speaking about why we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like the crate challenge is like,
Is there anything significant to that, or just retarded?
I think it's a distraction, but it's like, bro, we might go back. Like, there's all types of shit going on in the world. So
What
many
is that
distractions.
exactly?
You haven't
Crate
seen the crate
challenge.
challenge, bro? When people are walking over the crates and do shit.
Bruh.
Bro, I know you've seen it on Instagram.
Byron, I know you're not living
Bro,
under a
he is,
rock,
bro. He's on Instagram all day, bro.
Bro, we've sent videos, bro.
Are you
like,
high, bro?
like,
Are
have
you
you not
high?
watched the chat,
Lay
bro?
off the weed. Put the camera
I
on you.
don't
Let me
think-
see.
I don't
Put the
think-
camera on you, bro. Let the people see you, bro. Are you high, bro?
Nah.
Am
The
Who's
crate
to
challenge?
say, bro?
The crate challenge? You don't know what the crate challenge is? What is a crate?
something that construction workers use?
No, it's something that they
What they walk on?
No,
That's
a crane.
That's a crane, not a crate.
Crate.
All right, Byron. Look at
Lay
this.
off the
Look over to the screen right here, bro. And this is the crate challenge.
It's the first time I ever see that in my life.
But you're lying, bro.
Oh.
It's been all over you Instagram
Bro,
for the last 5
Bro,
days.
you know how I know this was bullshitting?
We sent it on
Because we sent it to the chat,
Yeah.
And
bro.
that just goes to show He likes shit and doesn't fucking ever look at it.
Right.
Exactly.
You've been exposed. Your mic is off for the run.
You're a dick. You dick.
Now when he likes her stuff, we're just gonna be. This would just like to
That
just.
was
Hey,
like
bro,
it.
you just been exposed
he
live
does-
on YouTube.
He doesn't. He doesn't like.
That was
her.
real Dickerson of you, man.
How does that feel? How you feel? How you feel, man?
I feel
Byron?
great.
Really great.
Yeah.
All right, Bow Wow.
Not like that either.
Nah, bro, you said great. Really great. Like Bow Wow.
Like not like Tony the
Like
Tiger.
Mike?
Like Mike. If
Not
you
like
know,
Tony
you
the
know.
Tiger. They're great.
Sound like
No, if you
the Raiders. That's what you sound like right now.
That's it, folks.
Pretty
Adios,
much. Thank
cuídense.
you everybody who's checking us out on YouTube.
Hey,
Till
gang,
next
gang.
time. Peace.